The L86 LSW is a British light machine gun variant of the L85A2 assault rifle. It is unlocked at rank 43, or it can be purchased with credits. The L86 LSW is a magazine-fed automatic weapon originally intended to provide fire support at a fireteam level. It has a longer barrel than the L85A1 rifle, a bipod, shoulder strap and rear pistol grip, together with a shorter handguard. The extended barrel provides an increased muzzle velocity and further stabilizes the bullet, giving a greater effective range. The weapon is otherwise identical to the L85 version on which it is based, and the same 30-round magazine and sighting systems are reused here. Like the L85 rifle, it has a fire mode selector on the left side of the magazine housing, enabling either single shots or fully automatic fire. In-game, the L86 LSW is a high-damage LMG, with a 3-shot kill 3 SK at close ranges and a 4 SK at medium to long ranges, comparable to the SKS. Like the other SA-80 variants, the L86 LSW suffers from higher recoil and fully automatic fire and can be hard to control. The rate of fire of this LMG is lower than its assault rifle and carbine counterparts, but it is still slightly higher than the M60. Like the other LMGs, the L86 LSW provides a good suppression effect. The magazine capacity is the smallest in class, with a 30-round magazine. However, the L86 LSW does have a large ammunition reserve of 210 rounds, even with a low-capacity magazine. The L86 LSW has a low mobility, but its reload is fairly quick compared to other LMGs. The L86 LSW is quite an odd weapon to use. The weapon is high risk, high reward, with better long-range performance, and a severe lack of close-range performance. The camera recoil in full auto is moderately high, requiring a set of attachments prioritizing aim stability, for example, stubby grip, to increase accuracy whilst firing in full auto. Recoil per shot, however, is quite low, meaning that it is more optimal to tap fire or to fire no longer than bursts of 3 to 4 rounds at long ranges. However, if one can control the recoil, the L86 becomes extremely efficient, whether as a squad support weapon or as a one-man army weapon. A good attachment for the L86 is the muzzle brake, given the vertical recoil. If a user is extremely precise, it is possible to achieve up to 4 or 5 kills per magazine, and the higher damage output allows the user to peek out of cover and kill an opponent with relative ease. Due to its higher recoil and instability, using it in full auto at medium range will yield mixed results, as the L86 is still hard to control with recoil-reducing attachments. However, the high damage combined with the moderate ROF results in a fairly low time to kill TTK, rivaling the TTK of the M60 excluding headshots. This does allow the user to compete at close ranges as long as they remain accurate with their shot placement. The L86 is though outclassed in close quarters combat CQC by higher damage LMGs which have the ability to 2 SK to the head, and other LMGs that sport a much higher ROF, larger magazine capacities and less overall recoil. With the right attachments, mainly ones geared to aimed accuracy, the L86 becomes an effective long-range weapon. Its high ammunition reserve also means players don't have to stress too much about running out of ammunition, adding to the fact that its reserves can be replenished easily, as it fires the 5.56x 45mm NATO, which it accepts ammunition from the majority of assault rifles and carbines. More seasoned veterans will usually burst at longer ranges instead of firing semi-auto, as this can result in an even lower TTK than one could achieve with tap firing alone, and it also helps suppress the enemy better. The L86 is also very good at suppression and penetration, which balances out small magazine size. Thankfully, it has a quicker reload time than other LMGs. High damage, 3 SK up close, very good damage ranges, torso multiplayer, 4 SK at long range, high muzzle velocity, very low recoil per shot, high ammunition reserve, high suppression same as M60. Cons: high, bouncy vertical recoil. High minimum TTK up close. Lowest magazine size in class. Somewhat obstructive iron sights. Relatively low rate of fire for an LMG. Somewhat slow reload time. Due to the high velocity, controllable rate of fire, and stability, the L86 LSW is a laser at long-range combat. It rivals both DMRs and sniper rifles with its high damage and good tap-fire accuracy. Its lower rate of fire, however, as well as its small magazine size for an LMG and requirement to use recoil-mitigating attachments make it less effective at the job of a support weapon than other LMGs. If a user is able to overcome these disadvantages, however, the L86 LSW is an extremely dangerous weapon.